He said,
too.
I want to kneecap Nancy Pelosi. Where is she? I want her to be wheeled in a wheelchair into Congress so people can see there's a price for her kind of behavior. What does that tell you?
Okay. I'll look forward to hearing that testimony in court. I didn't know
Look, my
that
point
testimony.
is, why
but I'm not
engage?
disagreeing.
I know, of course, you would never agree with me. I don't want you to upset your fans. What I'm saying is...
No, that's not true.
What I'm saying is, why don't we move to the solution? Instead of just, here's why the left is a problem. Why not, because you're not an ideologue, as you say.
I
Why
didn't
not
say the left
how we
was a
make
problem.
things better? That's all.
I hammered both sides because both sides exploit situations like this. I didn't say it was a leftist problem. I'm saying crime, violent crime, is indeed a leftist problem. But I'm not saying this incident was. What I'm telling you is you're living in the land of Oz. If you believe that violent, mentally ill people, and there are millions of them, are going to be magically treated in some kind of therapeutic place where they volunteer to go.
No, I think you just made up.
Happen.
You just made out of almost whole cloth what I was presenting to you. I'm saying, first of all, I don't believe in an army of millions of violent, mentally ill, like Day of the Dead, okay?
You don't think there's millions of violently, mentally ill people in this
I do
country?
not believe that there is an army
so?
of mentally ill, violent people walking around the streets of America.
You don't think that there's out of 330 million Americans, you don't think there's millions of violently deranged people in this country?
I am saying that when you talk about mental illness, you should not talk about them as if it goes hand in hand with being deranged and a threat to the rest of us.
Let's do the theory thing again.
It's just I'm
telling you,
what theory thing?
This has to be addressed in a
I agree with you.
methodical way.
I agree with you. People should get help. And in fact, I think we have to be more muscular in how we provide that help. I just don't want to demonize people because they're sick as if they're our crime problem. I don't buy that. I don't believe the FBI says that. That's all I'm saying.
You don't have to. I'll demonize the people pushing innocent people in front of the subway train.
But that's not all mentally ill people.
I'll do that.
That's not all people who are battling mental illness.
No, it's regular commuters doing that. No, it's people going the A train and changing.
Yeah, it's also a handful of cases, and you got 3 million people on the subway every week.
25 cases this year alone.
Bill,
violent crime
the cases
up 40%.
matter, but to cherry pick that is just playing to people's fears and pushing a phobia about people with mental illness. I don't know why you're clinging to this point.
I'm playing on people's fears. You should be afraid, which is why
of the mentally ill. That's who you should fear.
Listen to me. This is your town. 143 million riders pre-pandemic, 81 million last year. Okay? The folks get it, Cuomo, even if you don't.
It was called the pandemic.
Subway is dangerous.
People are afraid of getting sick. It's not just crime. I know crime's a problem.
Pre-pandemic.
I know. Yeah, I know. And then post-pandemic, you have less riders now. But there are a lot of reasons for it. And I think crime is definitely one of them. And fear of crime. I'm just saying we got plenty to work on with crime and get it to be better. Don't just put it all on the shoulders of the mentally ill. That's all I'm saying. I want to give you a chance.
You can't keep letting these violent people walk the streets.
I'm not saying you should. I just don't think they're all mentally ill. I think there are a lot more violent people who are not mentally ill.
Come up with specificity. You have got to stop the no bail nonsense. You have got to crack down on any kind of violent crime, whether it's getting punched in the mouth, spit in the face, or any of that.
Especially if they use a weapon.
They have to be punished.
Especially if they use a firearm.
You know, this is a weapon. This can break your jaw.
Depends whose we're talking about. And by the way, that wasn't a threat. I didn't take it as one. I want you to know that. All right.
Doesn't matter, Cuomo. I'm so fast you could never catch me.
You're fast with your mind. I'll give you that. All right. I'm out of time. I love talking to you. I wish you the best. I want to remind about the book because, again, there is a tie-in here. I'm not just selling Bill's book. He doesn't need me to. He sells a gazillion copies. But when you look at Killing Legends and what it is to be a celebrity in this society, and if you're a premium member of BillO'Reilly.com, you can join Bill for this upcoming special, Midterm Election Impact, What to Know, Monday, 8 p.m. Eastern Time, okay? And if you read his book, it is an interesting tie-in about what celebrities becoming in our society. Bill, thank you very much. I'll see you again soon.
Okay, one more thing. I'll be here on News Nation for election night, I believe. So we'll have a lot of fun.
I look forward to it.
That unfolds.
Time with you is time well spent. Hey, thank you for watching. Please go to newsnationnow.com, newsnationnow.com, And you can find News Nation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button down below. Then you will get more of News Nation's fact-driven coverage.